Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Civilization 6 Gathering Storm. We need to get some siege weaponry together and finish what we started here, but unfortunately that's not going to be like a super quick task. It is going to be a minute. Unfortunately, none of our city-state allies have seen fit to build any catapults or anything, so we're going to be on the hook for that one. And we're kind of building up other stuff. My suspicion here, by the way, is that we're going to find that there are like two major land masses, 4 players on one and 4 players on the other. So we're definitely going to need to get some ships going soon as well. I don't really have a great plan for this. But we will find the other players, and we will massacre them as we have massacred all those who stood before us, or, you know, are in the middle of massacring all those who are still standing before us. For now, though, everybody just chill out and recover a little bit. Oh, right, that barbarian camp is still there, huh? Okay, we definitely want to change our social policies. It is time to... No, we don't. Wait a minute. What did I just finish? I'm acting like that's serfdom we just finished. What we just finished was mercenaries. Yeah, okay, we still do want to change our social policies. I kind of don't want to drop the production bonus for defensive buildings just yet. We're definitely reliant on that to get Mbanza and Mbata back up. Definitely don't want to spend my envoy. I mean, we could pull urban planning to get the gold discount up. I do like urban planning. Like, we don't want to drop serfdom just yet, do we? We have one builder just about to get finished. It's going to be 9 turns before our next civic. Or we could grab drama and poetry. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave our social policies exactly as they are for this turn. We're going to finish this builder, finish drama and poetry, and then change them when drama and poetry finishes so that we can get the builder and then also change out serfdom. And that will allow us to keep all of the stuff that we want at the same time. Okay, bad news. There's a barbarian over here, and we don't really have a lot of loose military units in the south to deal with that. You have 3 charges left. What do we want to do with these charges? I mean, I sort of want to establish a mine here. But I also want to run over here and chop down trees and get this Kiwakisuwani built a little faster. We're producing 20 industry per turn here. The tree chops will probably cut like 4 turns each off of that. I suppose it could be... build this mine and then do the 2 chops, and that can be our last 3 charges. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, up here, we do need housing. Got our farms reestablished. I'm trying to figure out, like, we have 2 charges on this guy and 5 charges on this guy. We have a lot of citizens working unimproved tiles in our general environs here. We need to figure out how best to make use of these charges. That quarry was pretty important. We can't build another mine near the thing. I mean, we do need to get a Cahokia mound up somewhere, right? Oh, I think part of my plan was we were going to bulldoze this and put a Cahokia mound there, right? Wait, this is a hill tile. Can we build Cahokia mounts on hills? I think we can't. Yep, flat land only. Okay. Well... since I'm here, do I want to do this anyway just to speed along the workshop, which is very valuable? Then we can build a mine over here. We're definitely a little short on production in some of these places. I'll tell you, I am inclined to build... like, I think we're going to make a Cahokia mound here. Because I am definitely inclined to build a commercial district there. And the mound will benefit from that. And with this guy, we could indeed just do a chop. We don't really have strong places to build like triangular mines or anything, or triangular farms. Yeah, let's just speed this along a little bit, and then we'll build a proper mine there. You probably don't really need to leave Hagmatana yet. I don't think that we are looking at attacking Kinshasa until we have either a siege weapon or a lot of upgraded archers, which is a thing that's going to be waiting for next turn. There was a barbarian scout around here somewhere. I guess we'll just hang out here for the moment. We could try to wheel... Yeah, we could try to wheel this thing up the road that we've been building with our traders. Where is that trader? He should be traveling up through Eager now, shouldn't he? Alright, you stay put for a moment. I guess we don't really need to work out that that barbarian camp. The city-states might do it for us. So you have access to another trade unit. Here's where we want to trade this out. So like we put urban planning over that, and then we run discount on unit upgrades, and at some point we'll we should do it like this. I mean, it doesn't actually matter. But this is what we'll be doing in the future. We'll pull this thing out. We're getting close enough. We're getting closer to the point where caravanserai starts to become worthwhile. +1 production in all cities is, what, 8, 9 production over the whole empire, though? 8 or 9 production compares pretty favorably to 4 gold per turn. Yeah, I think let's leave it like this for now. Okay, so we do kind of want a military unit over here, but it's hard for me to imagine that I don't want to just, build a trader. We certainly don't want to buy a trader. I need to spend my money very carefully here. Here we can build the aqueduct. Actually, can I... Yeah, let's move here and chop this forest. So that's 59 production that will roll immediately into the aqueduct. If we had just placed the aqueduct without doing that, we would, of course, have gotten a... The forest would have been lost for no gain at all. This archer has leveled up enough to be... You guys are not, you're just objectively not slingers. The 4th bows, sure. If that description gets you going, who am I to argue? Like here, I think we want to just build a mine. We're already housing soft capping again. Where would I want to build another Cahokia mound? Because we could just put one there. We could build a monastery, but I really don't think that's very good. The mound here will probably... I mean, it'll end up being adjacent to the commercial hub that we want to build there. But probably not another district. Even so. At some point, they will get +1 food just from having one adjacent district. So we have to figure out, with our gold, we're now looking at 95 gold to upgrade to a crossbowman. Is it a better idea to levy a city-state military instead? In particular, Armagh, which already has an archer who has 2 upgrades, so we can upgrade that guy into a good crossbowman pretty quickly. Warrior becomes a swordsman. I mean, that's not bad. What is the levy cost on these? 190? We really do have to get at least 1 siege weapon up there, though. So a lot of people are just going to be sitting around for the moment. Okay, Watermill's not great here. We do have the resources for a campus. And that's not a bad campus. Yeah, okay. That city is now population capped. Or population capped on districts. We probably should repair... Yeah, we probably should repair the granary, because we could really use the extra housing. And then here we are, headed back toward exploration. Maintain 4 trade routes is a boost that we're working toward, but we're not going to get it in... Actually, we'll have it in 5 turns. That is enough to be just enough to make use of the boost. So my trade routes currently running. Eager to Mbanza Mbata. Oh, there's a withering drought. Looks like it's just outside my land. Oh, it is affecting this one tile. Sargade to Arma and Eager to Mbanza Mbata. So there's a lot of road running over here. We don't actually have a road running from the capital anywhere north, or from anywhere north to the capital. Well, we really need there to be one. I need that road to exist. So I guess let's run it from Eager to Buddha. I think that makes a little bit more sense. Seems like there are a lot of my military units are not happy with their order to just sit there and wait. I feel like it's the same ones asking me for orders over and over again. Alright, so we temporarily are not housing capped here. What we really need is farms. And we could try to build a farm triangle here. We wouldn't be able to do it with this builder, though. Are there any other, like, immediately pressing? I mean, there's a pretty obvious cattle build up here. Like, how are the citizens working here? We have lots of improved tiles, although the Cahokia Mounds are not actually good tiles to work in terms of advancing the city. But here we're also working on improved tiles. This tile had a pasture on it at some point, didn't it? Yeah, alright, let's go reestablish the pasture. Stupid natural disasters. Okay, we definitely want to get this going, because I'm pretty sure we do not have marble yet. And in the capital, we should probably build at least one real military unit. Just to clear out these barbarian camps. And if we're going to build a real military unit, obviously the crossbowman has the issue of not being able to capture while attacking, due to not being a melee unit. But it's also just, like, broadly a lot better for fighting than melee units are. And it can clear the barbarian camp and just walk in their next turn, presuming they don't spawn anything on that turn. So I'm not going to stress too much about our military units until we actually have the siege unit that we need. We can build some plantations and get even more gold coming in, which is totally fine. We can come down here and, like, build some farms. How many charges do you have left? Is it 3? It is 3. Yes, the plantation just adds gold, right? And a point of half a point of housing. Eager is at its housing cap, but just for a moment. That aqueduct's going to do a lot of good work. Yeah, let's bring this guy down here, and we'll farm up the capital. Right, and you have to run to capital as well. Okay, 61 production is 3 turns off of this build. That's not really that great. Still, I'm going to do it. Oh, I cannot build the pasture while the drought is still occurring. We are housing soft-capped here, so we don't really have a place where we can build this where it's going to be adjacent to 2 districts, unfortunately. Or you know what? The capital probably counts, right? Oh, but that's a hill. Or the city center, rather. Yeah, that's inconvenient. Well, we could just build one here, I guess. But if I'm going to build something here, it should be a farm. It is nice that the Cahokia Mound has a whole point of housing on it. That's pretty cool. But the food and everything is too important. Oh, apparently we finished our aqueduct just in time for it to actually boost military engineering. I'm doing a lot of good accidental work here. Yep, good old triangle of farms, always lovely. Okay, that volcano is really a not my problem sort of thing. Should I just build a mine instead of chopping that other forest? Yeah, so we got a little booster production here, and then we net upgraded the production by 1. We have a lot of important work yet to do in this city. A watermill actually would be great here. So what was it? It was 480 to just buy myself a catapult? That's looking more and more sensible, honestly. What would it be to build a catapult here? Obviously, I would much prefer to build that market. Yeah, I'm just going to buy the catapult, I guess. That means it's going to be hard for us to levy stuff, but maybe it's fine. Hey, you know what? Let's start wheeling this catapult up there. So they would give me 8 gold plus 6 gold per turn for 30 turns in exchange for an amount of favor that really narrows the gap between ours and theirs. But we have not exactly desperately needed our favor so far. It might be okay to do this. We could certainly use more gold. Yeah, okay. Okay, fine. So, like I'm saying, it's not necessarily super easy for us to take the Congo cities anymore. But we've discovered a source of niter here and a source of niter underneath Mbanza Mbata, it looks like. Okay, so we have niter coming in immediately. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we'd have a hard time taking his cities, but he would have a really hard time taking ours as well. I guess it's time to just take some upgrades. We're not going to buy the catapult. We're just going to wheel this slow-ass catapult up here. The road's not complete yet, but it's getting there. And then farm right here is pretty effective. Immediately getting the bonus. So we have access to the Black Army. They'll give us some pretty powerful cavalry units. Or we could just try to push through really fast and hard to the bombard. We have access to the armory now, so we could build one to boost gunpowder. And having bombards is a big deal. It's a much more powerful unit than the catapult. The other option is start picking up our ship stuff now. But I don't think we're... Well, you know what? Nanmadal totally does have time to just build some ships. And the faster we push into the Renaissance era, the worse it is for us in terms of era score. Which we have basically none. So maybe we want to pace this a little bit. Turns out in eras where I'm not conquering people's cities, I don't really get a lot of era score. Yeah, okay, let's go to the caravel. Let's just take a bunch of... Is cartography how we want to enter the Renaissance era? Not bad. Castles wouldn't be bad either. The Black Army is actually a pretty great unit. But, at the same time, we know that the Congo is going heavy on the pikes, and pikes are obviously very good against horses. Alright, well the barbarians are no longer actually, like, defending their camp at all. It'd be really cool if some of our city-state allies could actually deal with that. Man, I have 5 archers, huh? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and take all of the promotions. We will just make them huge and powerful. The trader hasn't quite gotten to where I need him to get to just yet. And this trader probably doesn't want to run out of... We need medieval fairs boosted. We do. It is the last prerequisite. And, like, what are we thinking about building in Estergom? I guess we have a university that we need to build, so... Yeah, a trader out of here is actually pretty sensible. We need the extra production quite badly. That'll boost us into medieval fairs, which gives us some bonuses that we don't particularly need. Like, Medina Quarter is good. Medina Quarter is probably better than urban planning. Is that the case? Do we have enough districts in our cities to make that meaningful? Actually, we do not have enough districts here to make that meaningful. Nor really anywhere else. Yeah, the problem with the Medina Quarter isn't its quality, but rather that we don't have a lot of cities that have 3 districts, so we can't actually take advantage of it. I do want Professional Army for 1 more turn, but we don't need this anymore. +1 gold per turn from each of your city-state envoys is actually extremely good. And then what do we want to run in this purple slot? It could just be caravanseries, I suppose. Honestly, I think it's caravanseries. Yeah, that put us up to 70 money per turn between those two. Definitely want to push my science more than I want to push my culture. Capital only has 7 population, but I guess it is at least tied for our largest city. And it is still growing pretty quickly. Alright, well, I think probably our last charge needs to be that, right? Alright, you need to upgrade to a crossbowman. Now we have a very powerful army. It would be extremely difficult for them to resist us, but we still would have a kind of a hard time taking that city. We could build another farm, which would immediately benefit from all the bonuses. Just like really go nuts with the food and housing here. I'd love to put that together, but looking a little bit infeasible with the drought. Apparently you can't build a fence during a drought. I mean, obviously. What a ridiculous notion. Okay, so now there is a road running straight from Eager. So we still don't have roads that increase movement speed, but we can at least move at 2 tiles per turn the entire route. Oh, a tornado outbreak. 2 damaged tiles, 1 population lost. That's annoying. Definitely inclined to build markets here. Let's just get trade routes. Trade routes like crazy. And as soon as this catapult's up there, we are considering making trouble. I'm going to move this guy to here, and let's see if the tornadoes move away and allow me to repair the tiles. Because the plantation is still there and pillaged. We did lose a point of population, which is crummy, but we're going to get it back right away at least. I'm glad I moved my catapults. Okay, good. The tornadoes will go and bother some other player. It's a spry little dude. Here in Buda, we need to repair our encampment. Want that production back. We're actually okay on growth for the moment. Really do want to get all these universities and stuff done. So he's got a handful of powerful cities here. Banza Congo would make a great addition to our empire. Where are we going to set up the catapult? Okay, I cannot repair that. So yeah, now it's just back to here. Eager's probably just on universities as well, so we should be tearing it up on great scientist points. Yeah, and it's getting better. We are producing 6 great merchant points per turn, which does not even put us in the top 2. Yeah, the AI loves great merchant points. It is like very consistent. Hungary and the Congo are generating 2 points each. He finished his industrial zone the turn after I finished mine. Kind of crazy. We only have one melee unit, one unit that's actually capable of capturing cities, but that's the kind of thing you can get a lot of from levying. Okay, that guy is going to have a hard time killing our crossbowmen. So what is the purchase cost of that tile? It is not cheap, but I guess it's only a couple of turns of production, and we could really use the additional niter. My suspicion is we're going to make a few niter units, with one of our uniques being niter, and also us needing to be able to blow up city walls. So we got the ability to build a wonder that we don't care about, and dams, which we totally do care about. So we want to put this guy, let's see, that's a hill, right? Like over here on this hill would be a pretty... Yeah, I think that's the tile we want to attack from. It's a little awkward because it's very far away. Turns out we're not quite where we're going yet. Yep, spend 6 turns to build 2 more production. Seems like a fine play to me. So each placed envoy is worth a gold. We don't actually have the buildings necessary to make use of any of these 6 envoy bonuses, but maybe we should just place the envoys. You know what? I'm okay with giving up on a little bit of gold per turn in exchange for knowing that we will be able to take back suzerainship of lost city-states at a moment's notice. And again, if he calls us out on this, I am content to just lie to him and then still attack him. I don't really care about the grievance generation. Okay, so do we want to... We want to pull Armav's army now. I almost want to pull Kumasi's army more. They're a little bit better positioned. Now let's just grab Armav's army now. Would be pretty cool if you guys were positioned a little bit more sensibly. But also doing that, of course, is giving us extra gold per turn from all of the envoys that we're gaining. We've gotten a lot of free envoys at this point. No, I'm not too worried about those barbarians. Something tells me we've got this under control. I should probably level him up, but, you know, with the XP for fighting barbarians having reduced in value after your first level up, it's certainly not urgent. It's not like we're missing out on a lot by not doing it. Definitely make you a swordsman. You need to just sort of generally get over here. Move toward that road. So yeah, we're getting pretty close then. Still 15 turns on Kilwakisiwani, huh? Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. Some parts of our economic plan are unfolding a little slower than I would like. That's interesting. I mean, she definitely has horse income of her own. I'm fine with this, actually. This I am less fine with. You do not get to have niter. That's my niter. A 1,000-year flood. 4 tiles damaged. 6 tiles fertilized. That's a lot of plus food. Alright, well, we're definitely moving up to the next government. It's like a big upgrade. We certainly could use the era score as well. So I think we're actually... Hold on a second. I think we're actually all on the same continent this time. Oh no, my capital is on the continent of Lemuria, but all of my northern cities are on Kumari Kandam. So, colonial taxes would actually have some effect. Or which colonial thing do I have access to here? Colonial offices. 15% faster growth is not nothing. I guess we could run, like, we don't need professional army anymore. We've actually upgraded all our troops already. We could run veterancy to speed up the capital's acquisition of the armory. And maybe make another encampment somewhere. Or we could get, like, unit maintenance reduced by 1 gold per turn. City strength up probably doesn't help very much. Yields gained from pillaging are doubled. That's cool. And then, like... Caravansaries and maybe serfdom, actually. I think we may want to produce another builder or two here, especially since we're seeing tiles get damaged. We'll run Oligarchic Legacy. Here, just keep our land melee troops getting +4 combat strength, which will be helpful with all of these levied guys. I mean, I guess we only have a couple of land melee troops among our levied guys. And then in the other purple slot, I'm actually not sure. I don't know that we want to be producing a lot more units. I guess if I was going to produce units, they would be like swords, and this would increase our production toward them. Yeah, I don't think that any of this other stuff is any more useful. So sure, feudal contract. The 10 death. There are 10 of them, and each one is death, apparently. If I'm understanding that correctly. Alright, I guess I should probably remember to take this promotion. So we could build the trader here. I could just build the trader in Estergom, and I guess produce proper military units up here instead. That's probably a good idea. Like, a catapult would be 11 turns. That's not ideal, but it'll have to do. And we entered the Renaissance era via the civics tree, actually. So it won't much matter if we enter it from here now. But I do want to finish cartography, because we got to get some ships out there. Also, who knows? There may be good unsettled land yet. We can maybe find ourselves a good place to put down. So, recorded history is going to be totally, like, basically fine for us. Civil service is a lot less useful for us than it is in most games, because we're not likely to hold alliances for very long. Guilds is not bad. And, like, diplomatic service is a little bit less good for us than usual. I'm trying to, like, where are we going next? Nationalism would be really good, actually. The one context in which that statement is true. Hold on, did we get a governor title that I didn't award? No, yeah, I totally remembered to award it. Okay. You know, I'm pretty spacey, and when you are a spacey person, you start to distrust your own ability to remember to do things. So we could grab Kumasi's army as well, I assume. Or 100 gold. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. 30 turns worth of Kumasi's army, I think, is sensible. Wow, he has a lot of trade units. He also just finished building a wonder for me to take from him. So do I want to... Hold on. Do we actually... Are we using serfdom? Or maybe, since I'm not really building a lot of units right now, Melee, anti-cavalry, and range does not cover that catapult. Maybe we just throw natural philosophy in here. Yeah, the catapult is of the, what is the class called? It might just be Siege. The UI hesitated a little bit after I clicked, so I clicked again. Yes, promotion class Siege. Apparently that was not a good idea. Okay, so next turn, I think, is the turn that we declare. We are in position to do so. Didn't I get a great general at some point? Or did that actually ever happen? Yeah, maybe I didn't. So medieval and Renaissance era units are the next great generals thing. My units are mostly medieval, right? Swordsmen are actually classical, and there's no upgrade for them in this era. Okay, that's unfortunate. I think I'm going to grab Grants, and then we're probably going to go get Connoisseur as well after that. You know what? Get inside my borders. He's less likely to be suspicious if it looks like my units are just within my borders. And that's because of him being massively stupid. Definitely start building traders. So here, we are 3 turns away from being able to build the ship. We could start building a galley, and it will become a caravel in the queue, and all the production we'd put toward the galley will just go straight into the caravel. But we also could just work on, like, building a library for a little while. Now, let's get at least one good fast ship out. Oh, remember, while we're still in this era, we can actually buy builders with faith. That might actually be a useful thing. I forgot to levy Kumasi's army, which I totally wanted to do. It's a little bit less than ideal, because we're not going to be able to move them in on this this turn. But this is definitely the turn that we declare on. So, of course, it's worth remembering that the city can fire back. And so it is dangerous for us to move the catapult in to a position where it's just going to get blown up. Kill a guy who has 2 builds left. It's handy. And send one of our crossbows out to sea. Okay, that guy is not in a great position. He is definitely going to get attacked by that... Well, maybe he won't get attacked by the pikemen. Maybe the pikemen won't be able to get over to him. There's definitely danger here, though. We want to try to get that pikeman to come out of the city if we can, because he's buffing the city strength of it, which is inconvenient for certain. That's a bad place for a warrior to be. Alright, so we can clear that out next turn. You could also get on a trader. You can maybe work on a catapult, because we could maybe use another one. Yeah, that's pretty non-ideal. So that catapult is probably going to have to back up and heal. Alright, let's see here. We can start shooting. Obviously, this is what I was talking about when I said that archers are not great against walls. We have some of the city spaces blocked off. We need to buy a little bit more time. You in, move you out. I don't even know where to. I guess over to there, we gotta rebuild some of the farming. Oh, interesting. Kumasi had a swordsman way out here. Well, I don't really want to make landfall there because that guy will just get shot by the city for free. But yeah, we can wait right here. You are also waiting for the ability to get back on land. And this tile's not a hill, so from here we won't have a shot. Yeah, it's actually kind of awkward to maneuver this many units into shooting position. So yeah, if we can get a military unit into this space, we'll have the city under siege, and it at least won't be healing. This is probably way too many units to actually use against one city. But we will actually be able to we'll be able to press some of them against other nearby cities, which will help. What do we want to build here? Walls, just in case. Oh yeah, I have this scout here. That's right. I totally forgot about this guy. We do not need him over here anymore. And somebody's trying to take Hong Kong from me. No, absolutely not. Previous mercenary contracts are subject to renegotiation. Does Hong Kong still not have much of a military? Yeah, I'm just going to levy their unit. Get a couple more envoys in there to make it tricky for him to take it back. Alright, well, we're swarming the city. We have discovered cartography, +2 gold from fishing boats, and all of our naval and embarked units can navigate ocean tiles, so we have the world at our fingertips here. We have this city under siege. We want to get as many of our archers into attacking positions as possible. It is possible to just wear down a walled city, even if the walled city does have significant advantages over you. And at this point, we have so many units. I would have kept the catapult in if it had a little bit more HP, because remember, we can heal our units through leveling them up. Not something we're able to do much of right now. Attacking walls with melee units is a serious folly. Oh wow, 180 science. That's actually like... That's pretty good, but then we're going to have to fix it when we take over. But right now, let's not do it. Take this over. You up on land here. So some of these units are going to want to run through and start menacing the next city or just cutting off reinforcements. Is this the one from the one from Hong Kong? All right. Unfortunately, it's going to be kind of slow travel through a part of the jungle that doesn't have roads built through it. It's entirely possible that other players have not really looked up here. We may find that we are able to discover some tribal villages. Okay, so that archer probably also has to fall back. I'm betting we don't have... Yeah, we don't have the XP to get a heal going. It's a little inconvenient, actually. Oh, you... Is this guy not in this space? Hold on. Okay, no, he is. Yeah, plunder that trade route for sure. That does not deal any damage to anything we care about. Just get back to hammering at the walls here. Actually, you could step here and still take the shot. Trying to make sure we're still making room for everybody else. You know, I mean, we are going to wear it down. I guess I'll just fall back into the water and go around the backside of that thing. Definitely not doing any melee attacks until that wall is considerably more destroyed. And I'm not going to stress too much about naming the city-state units, I guess. Okay, this is a brand new trade route. Let's run it out of Nanmadal. Could really use some extra production over there. And then I guess like a farm here makes a lot of sense, but we should definitely do repairs first. And we can afford to just build a university. Like, I do want to get that industrial zone finished. We have a pretty choice spot for one, and we're going to want the production as quickly as possible. Buda itself is very productive, but our other cities are going to need the push. Oh hey, we discovered another player. Exchanging information on our capital sounds like a great idea to me. Okay, so we got civil prestige and retainers, neither of which are probably important. Let's go ahead and send them a delegation. I wouldn't mind getting friendly with him if it turns out to be easy to do. Have a temporary friendship. Alright, hold on. I want to move you across to here, you across to there. That'll let you move over the river to here. Okay, the great person we've earned is not the great general, so we can save that for the end of the turn. You guys should definitely plunder trade routes. It would be very helpful to us if we could figure out how to meet some... Oh, yeah. Definitely take... Oh, this is a good promotion, too. This is not one of my units, but we're getting close to expert marksman. Let's take bonus combat strength when defending against city attacks. And unfortunately, I cannot quite attack that dude. So this archer is actually... This archer does need to move. I've got him in a terrible position where he is attackable by all kinds of people. Unfortunately, his move's going to have to wait till next turn. But yeah, I mean, we got to start putting pressure on this city over here, right? Oh, I thought you would take the easy route over the water that was outlined there. That's a surprise to me, that decision that you've made. This trader probably also wants to run out of Nanmadal. We're going to need a lot of extra production there. So all of the good cities have 2 points of production. Alright, this city is probably going to be our first theater square then. You know, I do like putting it here. I think we'll go ahead and take that great scientist. It's not an amazing one, but... Okay, knowledge of industrialization being boosted. It's actually pretty good for us. We definitely are going to want that after we get bombards. All about the bombards for the moment, though. So our catapult is looking pretty healthy. I think we're just going to straight swap these two. And then here comes... Oh, that's a quadrireme. Okay, that's pretty bad. Quadriremes are ranged units. Any chance you can kill it? Okay, we can kill it if we use a couple of units. I obviously need that not to murder my archer. He's so powerful. He's like actually got some good upgrades on him and everything. So it's possible that they will immediately turn all of their attention to the catapult. If that happens, then we're getting a lot of other work done over here. You really can't attack him this turn? No, I totally can. It just wasn't outlining his space in blue for some reason. Alright, well, I think probably ought to just finish him off, right? Oh, you could be upgraded to a knight. That's right, I do have the knight design now, don't I? Well, then it would probably be good to do that. This heavy chariot's a little out of its league at the moment, I think. Yeah, I guess I should just build a farm right there, huh? That farm could definitely stand to be replaced. So here in Gordian, we could use a little bit more food. We don't actually have the wheat or the rice to benefit from this very much. But a point of production is nice to have. We also could pop out another builder. When we finish guilds in the second year, we could swap in a card for serfdom. We are going to need it, actually. And once I've done that, I can also like purchase a builder down here somewhere for faith. That's probably a good idea. Get over here and upgrade to a knight. You turn around and upgrade to a knight. Yeah, Hungary is maybe a little too powerful. That's possible. It seemed very, very good. Alright, 14 turns on that caravel is still longer than I would like. See what happens with our catapult. Do I actually get to shoot a city with it? Now, the city's bombarding the catapult, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't really need your incense. I would love more money than that. Okay. Yes, I'm fine with that. Even with the favor trade. You know how I feel about money. A tornado outbreak has damaged 2 tiles in the capital. I mean, that's fine. We already are planning to buy a builder down there. Look at that, 6 food. That's a pretty okay farm. Okay, so they built that encampment very quickly. Was that 2 turns that it took them to build that? Hold on. Let's use the catapults. The catapult, you can see here, even though the catapult is a much lower combat strength unit, bombardment damage against cities is just a very powerful thing. We can definitely show these guys who's boss. Once a city no longer has walls, it can't perform ranged attacks anymore. So when we knock out the city walls on this coming turn, and I do believe that we will, they're going to be in dire shape. Also, apparently I'm just like living in their encampment, so that'll show them, probably. Still have to be careful with our knights, because even though they are powerful units, obviously pikemen are annoying. Oh hey, Lysefjord. Naval units that enter adjacent plants are, wow, granted their next promotion just straight up, huh? That seems okay. And then on turn 115, we got the boost for astrology. Well, we're definitely making a builder. It looks like there's not actually another camp over here. It's just the stuff that was spawned by that camp that we destroyed earlier. 7 turns off of that wonder. Yeah, okay. This is a very annoying encampment. That was a good build on their part. Alright, hold on. We'll get to that. So, yep, it looks like we do in fact completely destroy the walls. No, not completely. Close though. Okay. So now the city can't can't fire back at us until they rebuild their walls, which obviously they will not have the opportunity to do. And now that the city doesn't have walls anymore, our melee units do normal damage against it again. The normal amount of damage that melee units usually do against cities, which is still not their full normal damage. I sort of want to pull this guy back and let the knight charge the city, because the knight really does have higher combat strength. Oh, can I not attack this turn? Well, alright, we'll deal with it next turn then. You are just trying to get back to friendly territory. So yeah, the encampment they've built here is actually pretty well placed. It is going to make this city a real pain to take, probably to the point where we won't bother to take this city until after we get in Bonds of Congo. And then once we have in Bonds of Congo, we can attack the city from the east, where we don't have to worry about the encampment so much. Pangala should definitely get Connoisseur. What do we want in Eager? Is this time to build another builder here? And actually, an commercial hub would be nice, right? Suppose we could build it down here by this river instead of over there, and the benefit of that, although it does remove wheat, the benefit of that is that it is contributing another adjacency bonus to our campus. Alright, so I think we're going to get this next turn, and then we move on to Mbanza Congo from there. The catapult will not get killed because they don't have a ranged attack on this anymore. Their pikeman is desperately just trying to do any damage at all. So if you are in a city when it gets conquered, if your unit is in a city when it gets conquered, it just gets immediately destroyed. Then we're going to take crew weapons here. So +7 combat strength when defending increases its combat strength not just when defending against melee attacks, but also against ranged attacks. So it will just take less damage when it gets shot. And then it will lead into +10 combat strength versus district defenses, which is obviously very much the thing we are going for here. So let's try to use as many of the units up here as we can. Well, I should definitely take my promotions because I need the... There we go. And a big part of the reason I wanted to do that way is that we can... Breathtaking new neighborhood. Wait a minute, does this city have a neighborhood? Oh, it totally does. How long has that been there? Okay, we're definitely keeping this city. This is a pretty good city. And we're definitely going to move Victor forward. Kinshasa. Now we are still a little bit low on era score. And we are headed in the direction of the end of an era, so we need to figure that one out pretty quickly. See, so it's showing this as a single turn's worth of movement. The blue outline indicates a single turn worth of movement. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, we finished Musketmen. Well, that's pretty good. Let's just take a bunch of free Musketman upgrades. How many turns do we have left in the era? Okay, a full 10. Well, this is going to be tough for them, then. Your armament makers are tired of having to handcraft so many muskets, and so quickly. It must be a terrible strain on their wrists. So we're a little bit densely packed right now. This guy's going to have to fall, like, way back in order to get his upgrade. And then our own units will be 230 gold each to upgrade. Oh, did I? Yep, I totally didn't change my policies. Well, I will pay for the policy change. So we have serfdom in place. But I want to grab, where is it? Professional army. I think over raid. We're not actually using raid very much. And that's an immediate gold saving, even with the unlock cost. Well, this is inconvenient. This guy really doesn't have a lot of places to go. Yeah, the play here is just, I think, get as far away from their encampment as possible. We have no reason to engage with it. Well, turns out we found the coast. Tarsus doesn't really need to repair its monument. Not when it could build a commercial hub. That's a floodplain. Like, I'd love to build this in a place that's adjacent to a river, but not floodable. But I guess that's just not how things are going to be. Actually, you know what? Maybe we build our first dam here. I know that this is going to take forever. Does it matter where I build it? Prevents damage from the flooding of this river. Prevents food loss from drought. Only one dam may be built along each river's floodplain. And the river must traverse at least two sides of the dam hex. So it does not say that the dam actually has to be built like upstream from the tiles that it wants to protect or anything. So why don't we build this here? Let's try to get this river under control a little bit. Then walls would probably be helpful here. You can see our city strengths have jumped up due to us going up another tier of military stuff. And we are going to buy a builder here, I think. We can also just buy the trader we're missing. I'm not working on a trader anywhere. No, I'm not. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's buy that. Let's buy it in Tarsus. That's probably a better use of the faith. I'm going to miss that dedication when we lose it. Interesting. We're still not really hurting for amenities, so I would love it if it was just all money. Give me back a little bit of favor? Yeah. Sure, you make a reasonable trading partner for the moment. And so now that our units are much more powerful... Oh! Well, we knew that thing was going to happen. A mega colossal eruption. Also, apparently my knowledge of... We keep getting all kinds of boosts and stuff. I don't even know where they're coming from. Alright, 3 turns until we can upgrade the catapult. Well, it is definitely time to... It says it would be a 1-turn move, but apparently that's all just lies. I should probably take Aerostorm. You should move forward the maximum amount that you can move forward. Oh, I've moved into a spot where I can be shot by that city. What we want to do is make it so that the encampment and this city are completely worthless to the defense of Mbanza Congo, and the way we do that is by not allowing them to shoot at us a whole bunch of extra times. I want to bring the knight forward as a set of feet and hands, and also somebody who can... Oh, these are my guys. The rock marksmen. They just shoot rocks. It's a revolutionary tactic. But I want to make sure that we are not putting the knights too close to the pikemen. Yeah, this has just become incredibly grim for them. Also a little grim for me still in terms of space in which to move forward. Right, you've earned a name as well. Wild Strikers is pretty lame. Stone Arrows. I guess we have a little bit of a theme going then. That works for me. Possible I have too many military units. We're not going to be able to get proper siege on Mbanza Congo without taking the space in front of the port, which we cannot yet do. We do not actually have warships. Probably something we should fix. Yeah, keep repairing stuff. We need to build a dam down here. Alright, well, let's rebuild our plantations. And we're definitely going to normal age here, right? You can see their military units are just not up to the task of dealing with muskets. Okay, duplicates of the luxury resource. I don't care about this. This is interesting. I'm going to say it's this one and it's wine, I guess. Doubled points toward great people of this class. What is the right class for us? We are absolutely crushing it on great scientists, so probably it's great scientists to just keep extending our lead. We're actually doing pretty well on great merchant points at this point. We're leading because we have reduced the Congo. Apparently, though, if I don't, we keep losing our source of great general points every time our thing gets pillaged, but I think other people are just getting the great generals through straight patronage. Because there's nowhere else for the great generals to go. I guess it's going to be scientists or merchants. I'm going to go scientists. That's a weird coloration for that. Also, that's not a crossbowman. Huh. Yeah, let's say science. Science people. And I'm going to throw a little bit of favor behind this. This allows me to outvote Chayavarbin. If a couple players want to gang up on us, there's nothing we can do about it, really. Okay, Great General was the winner, which is interesting, considering that most people don't have any Great General point generation. We could pillage this for 97 culture. I don't think that's necessarily worth doing. We are, however, going to take all of your gold. Okay, so the heavy cavalry promotion tree. Strength versus fortified defenders. Yeah, you know what? We're going to be doing some defending from ranged attacks here, that's for sure. So catapults can't fire on the same turn that they move. That guy's just going to have to stop there. And then we need to move forward in such a way that we can make room for some of the archers. Unfortunately, it's not entirely trivial. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this intact. So I'm going to assume here that Mbanza Congo is going to fire on the archer. Or the catapult, rather. Which at least gives our archers all time to move up. You might actually just want to stay put and heal. You know, I didn't even look at the result. It was incense gets extra amenities. Okay. Pretty whatever. Hey you, would you like some bonus wine? Yeah, okay. That's not a great price, but it is an acceptable price. So we have a ton of money, and I'm not using it right at the moment. We should probably just buy a good building somewhere, right? A building that would be a pain to construct otherwise. We can get our amphitheater up. Oh, also, we're over our trade route limit now that trade route thing has expired. Well, we could save up a little bit more, and I guess we don't really need to save up to buy out the market and the trader here immediately. We're going to be able to do that very easily. Nanmadal does not yet have a library. Watermill here I'm not so excited about. Like, we don't actually need the gold to hire an army, I don't think. Just buy the workshop here and then build the university. We're making like a silly amount of money. Wilhelmina is going nuts on the wonders. Okay, he would love it if I would do peace with him. And I might do peace with him after I've taken his capital. We'll see. Alright, the catapults that are on their way forward can just grab some quick bombard upgrades. The catapult that is already in action is just going to stay in action and upgrade after we take the city. We have like way more niter income than we need. You know, it's something. It is, in fact, going to take us like a minute here to get this done. There's another Congo city over there, which is annoying. They just have like a lot of cities. And unfortunately, all my ranged units are actually mine, so they're quite slow moving. Okay, what do we want here? I don't think I'm close to the housing cap, so we don't really need to build a Cahokia mound. Although it isn't horrible there. We could just build a farm instead. You know what I should do is actually come up and build the mines to empower the industrial zone over here. Let's go and plunder that trade route. You can step out of the way so that some ranged unit can take that spot. So he's just getting shot there and not really getting any benefit out of it. I suppose he could stand here instead. Finish repairing all the stuff in my district. We don't have anywhere where we can build a dam. I guess we should build the granary and the watermill. They do have value. Victor's in place in Kinshasa, which is going to make it extremely difficult for them to push back on it. Especially if they don't get there before the walls go up. And I think that... I think industrialization is our next aim, right? We could just go to ballistics right now. We have all the prereqs, and it gets us field cannons. We could go for military science. Pick up the next building for the encampment. Allows corps and armies to be trained directly with a 25% cost discount, so considerably cheaper than just building the units that we would build the corps or armies out of. Factories are very, very valuable. Yeah, I think we're going to push for industrialization. Factories are going to make it so much easier to build all of the military units that we are eventually going to need. And I think at this point... Oh, hey, we did it. So we really would like to be suzerain to 2 or more city-states of each type. Also, it seems crazy difficult to find scientific city-states. We now have another level of this available. Leveraging city-states costs half as much gold. City-state unit gains, or city-state units gain +4 combat strength if you are that suzerain. I mean, it's gotta be, right? Yeah. Foreign Ministry, no question. It plays so very nicely with all the stuff we're already doing. Okay, you are going to swap spots with that guy. You're going to become a bombard. They're going to be sorry that they pushed you out. Okay, well, apparently not a lot of stuff up here with scouting, but we can just tell the scout to get in the water next turn. There's a barbarian encampment there, I guess, which is annoying. But our cities are strong and also walled. Seems like it would be tough for the barbarians to do any real harm. I don't want information here. Oh, interesting. This little city of Mbamba doesn't have proper walls yet. That knight is going to be able to get that by himself. Not that he's going to have to. No, thanks to the... Yeah, see, we actually could move to that space in one turn. I don't know what is going on with the pathing calculations. You sit here and heal up. Not really a compelling reason to send any more envoys. Hagawatana is kind of like a total garbage city. Well, we could build ourselves a campus. Probably actually the best thing to do is to work on a commercial hub. It looks like it's going to take all of forever, but I don't care enough to put any extra effort into it. We're certainly not going to like send builders over there to chop trees or anything. So yeah, Mbamba had better develop some stuff real quickly, or it's just going to fall to a couple of melee attacks. And unfortunately, Mbanza Congo is going to take forever. Alright, we're also going to build a mine there. It's a tile we're going to have to buy, but that should not be a problem at all. Yeah, I think things are going really well. I think the snowball is in effect. We are powerful, and we are only getting more powerful. Tarsus has become the first 10 population city in the Empire, and if we could put together 9 more era score, we could actually Golden Age again, which would be really neat. Probably the best way to get this unit over here is actually to move it through the water. You need to heal up. This is a flat tile. Trying to make sure that we make room for other ranged units to keep moving in. And remember, because the combat strength of a bombard is higher than that of a catapult, the bombard also takes less damage from being shot by cities. I would like to... actually... the city is not terribly valuable. Like, why did he not build it on the river? Oh, maybe this is a city right there, so he couldn't have built this on the river? That makes some sense. But maybe I just want to raise it because of the fact that it's just going to flip, like, it's going to be annoying. And it doesn't have anything valuable built, and it's okay to just get rid of that. +5 combat strength against routed units, or against damaged units. Build a camp on these truffles, build a mine on this hill. Alright, so our industrial zone is producing a bonus to production, and remember the adjacency bonus does matter. Interesting. Apparently, the Netherlands are going to, like, found a city down here? I wonder if there's a resource that we can't see. So I don't really need an aqueduct here. The watermill is fine, but not great. And unfortunately, I was kind of hoping that we could end the episode by taking Mbanza Congo, but I think we really are quite a few turns away from pulling that off. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it here for now. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when we will almost certainly claim the heart of the Congo Empire and then maybe go a little bit further with the claiming. And we'll see you then.